Crude oil for the past few days has been dropping drastically to the downside, and this is much expected from my analysis, the key levels that I was watching. And if you watched the previous video where I talked about my analysis on crude oil, I talked about this key level, this last down close candle before this expansion to break this significant daily structure. I said this is an area that I'm watching. Previously, price was around this key level at that time, and I said I wanted to see price come down here to mitigate this position, either mitigate the bodies of the candle or run the liquidity and then potentially continue higher. And one of the reasons why I'm anticipating for the liquidity to get taken more is because if you look at that key level, if you look right here, you can see we have an inefficiency. So that inefficiency right there is giving me a telltale sign that price will potentially want to drop below this key level. And if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that is this key level. And if we even scale down more on the 4-hour time frame, you can as well see we have low resistance liquidities resting right here as well. You can see that very nicely. So I was anticipating to see price run out this liquidity, and then if we're bullish, that will be a perfect area to potentially anticipate a reversal. And right here we'll have an inefficiency, and we go to the 1-hour time frame, and on the 1-hour time frame you can see inefficiency resting right there, and that's the last inefficiency. So, and if we do see price mitigate it, we'll look for a 5 minutes break of structure to the upside and then potentially look for a buy. So right here you can see price created a high, created a low, and then this tiny break of structure to the upside. I was a little bit skeptical about this trade, but I zoomed in and I saw there's a break of structure right there. So the only other thing I want to do is the last down close candle before breaking that structure, and I start to scale down, and I scaled up to 30 minutes time frame, and this was the last down close candle before that expansion. So this key level is going to be my area of accumulation, and if price comes in here, I'll look for potential entry and potentially take it to the upside. So I'll also be watching after this mitigation for a potential 3 minutes break of structure to the upside or potential 2 minutes break of structure. And so far, as you can see right here, we have a high, and then I'm watching this very closely to see whether price is going to break above this high. If I see a break above this high, then that means potentially I'll anticipate to see a retest above the high and then potentially continue higher for bullish. So another thing to take note of is what we're resting in. So if we go to the daily time frame, you can see that if you use the Fibonacci from this high to this low, because this is our range low, range high, you can see that this key level is our extreme discount. So I'm going to remove this and put it at the extreme discount zone, being this position. Now, if I wanted to buy this, extreme discount zone would be the perfect area for me to buy. So, and as you can see so far, price mitigated that extreme discount very nicely. And after that mitigation, we're seeing rejection. So far, as you can see, after that mitigation, price rejected off that key level, broke a 5 minutes high. So potentially I won't be surprised to still see the new day. I wouldn't be surprised to see price want to come back and revisit this key level one more time. That's very possible. And so price can still decide that it doesn't want to do that and just potentially just continue higher. Overall, I'm still very much bullish on crude oil, and I still want to see higher prices. I still want to see it continue higher. Potentially my overall target, I'm targeting this low resistance liquidity. I want to see it get taken, because overall, let's do a little bit of quantitative analysis right here. So overall, if we're looking at the overall swing, the overall moves, right here you can see we have this is the low, and then we have this is our high, and this is about 49% move to the upside. So after a retracement, I'm anticipating to see at least a 74% move to the upside. And if we look at where that's going to be, this is where 74 move to the upside is going to be right here. So we pull this up, and right here, that'll be my overall target where I'm anticipating for this to go to. So if price comes in here, close all, because from anything from that position we'll potentially see a significant retracement to the upside, to the downside. So for now, I'm anticipating for an expansion, and this is a 118 oil. We're currently at 77, so it's pretty much quite a lot of move to the upside. So I'm watching this very closely, and if I can catch a good buy setup from here, that would be pretty much amazing. So I'll be watching for this key level. If we break above this key level for a potential re-entry, that will be lovely. And breaking above it, I'll wait for a retest and then look for a potential re-entry for price to continue higher. So that is my analysis on this one. If you do have any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. And you can do all the social media stuff like follow, comment, and you can share with your friends or family who are interested in learning how to trade. So I'll catch you on in the next one.